Okay, so we are moving on today to 2.2. We already talked about this essential question, but let's revisit. Today we're going to be adding. So what happens when you add integers together?
You get a number.
What kind of number?
Number that's positive.
Positive or? Negative. So a positive or negative number is what? An integer. Good. So when you add integers, you're going to get an integer out of it. So what we're going to learn today, we're going to learn how to add integers with the same sign, add integers with different signs, and add more than two integers together. Okay? So, vocab for today, additive inverse. Does anybody have any idea what an additive inverse is?
What?
Or any guesses?
It's like another thing to it.
Not quite. So, additive inverse. What's inverse?
Like Spider-Verse?
Opposite. Okay? So, what's the opposite of 2?
Negative
2. When you add those together, what do you get? 0. So, additive inverses are numbers that are opposite of each other that get you back to 0. Okay? Numbers that get you back to 0. Here's a key concept for today. When we add two integers with the same sign, their sign is positive if both of the integers are positive, and negative if both of them are negative. So if you add two positive numbers together, you're going to get a positive number, right? When you add two negative numbers together, you're going to get a negative number. Okay, that's all this is saying. So what they're saying here, negative 2 plus a negative 4, they say, to help think about it, add their absolute values together. So what's the absolute value of negative 2? 2. What's the absolute value of negative 4?
4.
So 2 plus 4 is?
6.
But they're both negative, so your answer needs to be
6.
negative 6, right? It needs to be negative, okay? Same thing here if we thought about it that way. What's the absolute value of 8?
Negative 8.
What's the absolute value of 8?
Negative 8.
8. What's the absolute value of 1? 1. 8 plus 1? 9. Okay. Another key concept, adding integers with different signs. Okay, it says that the answer is positive if the positive integer's absolute value is greater. And then it's negative if the negative integer's absolute value is greater. So here, 9, what's the absolute value of 9?
9.
What's the absolute value of 4? 9 minus 4.
Negatives?
9 minus 4.
I think 5.
Is 5, so the answer is positive because 9's absolute value is greater. Okay? And then same thing with the negative 9. What's the absolute value of negative 9?
9.
9, what's the absolute value of 4?
2.
9 minus 4? 9 minus 4?
Wouldn't that be 4?
9 minus 4 is 5. Since the greater number is negative, the answer is negative. Inverse property, additive inverse property, we talked about it. 2 and negative 2, they're opposites, so if you add them together, you get 0. Okay, that's real for any number. What's the additive inverse of 14?
0.
What's the additive inverse of 14? Negative 14, you add them together, you get 0. Okay, you can also think about it as a number line. So, if I'm given this to solve, negative 1 plus a negative 5, start with the negative 1 on the number line. How do you get to negative 1 on the number line? Move back how many spaces? Move back 1 space. Okay, our next step is add negative 5. So we're going 5 spaces to the left or to the right?
Left.
To the left because it's negative. So come over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We hit negative 6. Negative 1 plus a negative 5 is negative 6. So you can use a number line to help you do those also. So we're going to try multiple examples now. The other class thought of it as money. Does that help you guys when you think about this stuff?
No.
So what they said, negative 2, you're $2 in debt. And you add negative 4, so you're 4 more in debt. So if you're at negative 2 and you lose $4 more, where are you at?
6.
Negative 6. Negative 6. Does it help you to think that way?
No.
Okay, Some people last period thought that helped them. Okay, and that's fine if you want to think about it that way. Or if you want to use a number line, that's okay too. Negative 3 plus a negative 6. Someone help me out. Raise your hand. McKinley. How do you get negative 9? Why is the answer negative and not positive?
Because it's negative numbers.
Because they're both negative, right? So if you add negative numbers, you're going to get a negative answer.
I know the answer.
Okay.
Negative 9.
Isn't it? Or is it?
Negative 5 plus a negative 4. Cooper. What? Why is it negative 9?
Because they're both negative.
Both negatives.
5 times 4 is 9.
Yep, good. Okay, ignore all the boxes. Okay, negative 3 plus 6. Okay, if it helps you to think money-wise, you're in debt $3, but you gain $6. Yeah. Now you have $3. Okay. Or is everyone with me?
Yeah.
7 plus negative 11. Okay, so we're doing different signs now. So you got to be careful if your answer is going to be positive or if it's going to be negative. Okay, so let's use the money for example. $7. You have $7. You have $7. You lose $11. What do you get?
Nothing.
Allie. You get you're in $4 in debt. It is negative 4. Okay, on B, negative 2 plus 9. 7, right, because our 9 is bigger, and we're $2 in debt, we gain $9, so we're at $7 now. Okay, try these two on your own. Try these two on your own. So, A, we have 12 plus a negative 6. Robert, what'd you get? 12? 6. Does everyone agree that it's positive 6? Our bigger number is positive, so our answer is positive. Good. Negative 7 plus 5. Stormy. Negative 2. Our bigger number is negative, so our answer is negative. Good. Okay, negative 9 plus 10. Nick. Is 1. Our bigger number is positive, so our answer is positive. Good. 8 plus negative 15. Maddie. Negative 7. Why did you know it was negative? Because the bigger number is negative. Does anybody have any questions over adding different signs? We're good? All right. Moving on to word problems. So it says a blue whale was at a depth of 275 feet below the surface of the water. How can we write that as an integer?
Wait, what?
Negative.
Negative what?
275.
Negative 275. That's where they got this number. After 10 minutes, it rose 194 feet. Rose, what operation would that be? Plus, right? So plus 194 to get what they're looking for. Okay? So for these, we're writing an equation, and then we're solving it. Okay? So then it would give you negative 81 for that. Okay, so on this one, let's do it together. On February 1st, the temperature at dawn was negative 22. So negative 22 is our starting point. What I write down, you write down. Negative 22 is our starting point, and by noon, it had risen 19. What does risen mean?
Positive plus 19.
Plus 19. Brayden, what's up?
Negative.
You get negative 3. Why did you know it was negative?
The 22 is bigger.
The 22 is bigger, and the 22 is negative, right? So our answer would be negative. Good. That's a way you can check yourself whenever you're wondering if it's positive or negative. Okay. Now we're moving on to adding more than 2 numbers. Adding more than 2 numbers. So, my advice, work left to right. Okay, so let's do it like normal. Let's do negative 6 plus a negative 15. Do that first. What do you get? Negative 21, and then drop down what you have left. Everyone write that down. Everyone write that down. So negative 21 plus 6. Help me out. What's negative 21 plus 6?
Negative 15.
Negative 15. And it's negative because our bigger number is negative. Nice job. Okay, so on this last one, what do we do? How do you solve it? Do you do it all at once?
Yeah.
No.
No, what do you
all
do?
the negative numbers first.
What do you do?
You do like I don't know, lift my brain.
Yeah,
Wait, what are we, like, what?
Hazel.
Bro, I forgot the question.
What I did is I took the two positive numbers and combined them, and then took the two negatives and combined them.
You can do that. My advice to save from, to save from mistakes, work left to right. Do one thing at a time. Okay, so 7 plus a negative 1 is 6. 7 minus 1 is 6. Rewrite what you got.
32.
Now what do we do?
So you gotta like 6 plus.
Keep working left to right. So we have 6 plus 26.
32.
32 plus negative 13. Last step would be 32 plus a negative 13 or 32 minus 13. What? 19.
Good job, Big Al.
Any questions over that one?
No.
Okay, do the next on your own. On the first one, we have negative 8 plus negative 4 plus 8. Start left to right. We have negative 8 plus a negative 4. What's negative 8 plus negative 4? Negative 12 plus 8. What's negative 12 plus 8? Negative 4. Did everyone get negative 4? Okay, B, 6 plus negative 3. Start there. What's 6 plus a negative 3? Another way to say it, 6 minus 3. 3. Then I'm going to rewrite. Plus negative 9 plus 2. What's 3 plus a negative 9? Or 3 minus 9? Negative 6 plus 2. What's negative 6 plus 2? It is negative 4. Okay. Any questions over adding more than 2 numbers?
No.
With different signs, same signs, anything? Okay, we're gonna